Life, the magazine for everybody at your house every week, presents Bert Hillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Alliston in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Seasickness. Disagreeable illness that comes from the pitching and rolling of the ship at sea. Well, I know that. In a severe attack, the skin becomes pale, almost green. I wonder what shade. I wouldn't mind if it was chartreuse. One time, my father, to tell you about my father, he's usually a very mild-mannered dragon, but he became so angry at my mother that he turned the most beautiful shade of chartreuse green you have ever seen. People, you know, most people when they get angry get sort of a violet red or pale white. Not my father. Chartreuse. So it wouldn't matter, I don't suppose, really. However, let's see. Might be that I would turn a jade green. That I couldn't bear because it doesn't go with my hair. Of course, I could dye my hair. Doctors have given several different explanations of seasickness. The one most widely accepted says that the ailment is caused by the disturbance in the semicircular canals of the inner ear. That's quite a thought. By the semicircular canals of the inner ear. Now, I never had thought of the canals of my inner ear as being semicircular. Somehow, because I had never even thought of the canals of my ear, to be frank with you. Oh, these canals give a person his sense of equilibrium. And I wonder if that means the canals in your ear or the canals you write. Well, no one ever got seasick on a canal. Well, they might have. I'm not saying they didn't. But it's hard to believe, isn't it? That's what I thought. Some persons get the same kind of illness by the disturbance from swaying in a hammock. Swaying in a... Now, who would have ever thought of getting seasick? Well, you couldn't get seasick from swaying in a hammock. Well, they didn't say that, did it? No. It said, get the same kind of illness. Oh, yes. Swaying in a hammock or swing or from traveling by airplane. Now, I never have gotten that sort of feeling, ever, either from a hammock or a swing or an airplane. Still, this will be my first voyage across the mer. That's French for sea. I have to get used to it because we're going on a French boat. As a matter of fact, I don't see any reason why I'm looking under here anyway. I should be looking under M. Mal de mer, that's what it means in French. Seasickness, I should. Well, let's see if it gives a cure here. Some persons never get seasick, while others become ill from a slight motion. The reason for this difference has never been discovered. Well, maybe it's up to me, Oliver J. Dragon, to discover it. Well, let me see, what's it say? Just tells symptoms. Excuse me. I thought I hit somebody with the coat rack. Excuse me, Mr. Rack. Let me see. There should be a cure for it. I want to be sure because of Kukla. Now, I'm not worried, but Kukla might. He might just, nervous and so forth. Well. Yes, here we are. Sugar. Not too far. Salads, How to Toss, by Fletcher Rabbit. I didn't know he had written for this book. Well, that's an... Oh, well, I'm not looking that up anyway. Sandwiches, how to make. It'd be handy to know sometime. Here we are, sea serpent. Sea serpents? That's ridiculous. There are no sea serpents. Yeah. Sea. Saw. Marjorie Daw. Now that's the silliest table of contents I ever saw in my life. There's not even a single thing for curing seasickness. 301 things a bright boy can do. I don't suppose bright boys are supposed to get seasick. Now, if I were going to work on this for the benefit of humanity, how would I approach it? There's something in the Book of Knowledge about ears and the inner ear. Now, I could approach it from the inner ear. That might be smart. No, I don't think I'll approach it through the inner ear. I think I'll approach it through the outer ear. It's easier to get at. I mustn't forget my true scientific mind. I must go through to the end. Zumar has mauled a mare. How could I work that out? Now, the inner ears, I know, I've read about the inner ears. It's so complicated, I can't quite figure it out. Now, let me think. Seems to me the smartest way would be to... Now, if you could compute the... Yes? I wonder something. Fletch! Hoo-hoo! Fletcher! Hoo-hoo! 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 Hello there. How are you, Oliver? Fletch, I'd like to ask you a question. Ask away, Oliver, old boy. You are an expert on ecology. On what? It's about fish. Oh, well, I'm not an expert. I merely have I have a hobby of raising and caring for guppies. However, that doesn't make me an expert. For gracious sakes, no. Well, tell me, have any of your little friends, Geraldine or Gregory or George or any of the rest of them, ever been seasick? Well, dear me, sirs, that poses a pretty problem. I had never quite thought of it, but I somehow don't think they ever have. I really don't think they ever have been seasick. No, now that I recall, I'm sure that they have never been seasick. Could you tell me why? We're going to get at the bottom of this now. Tell me why. This may be the entire discovery, the dramatic discovery that may mean the difference between people traveling on the sea safely, feeling well, and not feeling well. All right. Would you repeat that question? Let me see. What was it? Oh, why, in your opinion, why do you think that your guppies have not been seasick? Well, sir, in simple language, they've never been on the sea. Well, that was a good factual answer. It sets me to thinking. I go to my laboratory. Ollie! Woo-hoo! Ollie! Woo-hoo! Hi, Jack.
Hello, Kukla.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Friday, have you seen Ollie?
Not all day.
Well, if he doesn't hurry up and get with it, he's not going to have a thing to wear on the boat. That's all.
Has he packed?
He hasn't packed, and I don't know what he wants to take at all.
Oh,
Would you come in for a minute and help me?
Sure.
I'm in real trouble, I really am.
I'd be glad to help, and I'd even pack all these things, except that I just feel he should pack for himself.
I don't know what he's going to take at all. Not at all.
Well, maybe it might be wiser if we pack for him then.
I suppose so.
Because he'll take things he'll never in the world use.
Say, where's the metronome?
Ollie,
we want to talk to you. I can't right now.
I'm
on the edge of a brilliant and dramatic discovery.
Well,
Get me the metronome. Now!
You're going to discover you won't have...
Thank you.
I wouldn't have given it to him, Kukla.
Well, when he talks like that, I can't help it.
Well, you just let him overpower you.
What did you want me to...
I just want to ask you, Ollie, have you given any thought to the things you're going to take with you?
Yes. Well, listen, Ollie, please, I'm so busy with a very dramatic discovery. Look, I don't care whether you're busy with a dramatic discovery or what. If we don't get the list of the things you're going to take right here now, this minute, we can't sail next week. That's all. I can't take... I've got my things already listed and things coming back from the cleaners and everything ready to go, but I can't take care of yours. All right, little chum, but I'll make it snappy. Fran, have you got a pad and a pencil?
Well, I'll get one.
Take it down. What is this? Oh, it's going to be so great. It's for you and Fran and everybody, and especially for Jack. Why for
Ollie's
Jack?
list.
Well, you'll know why later.
All right, Ollie. Now, your suits. What suits do you want?
What suits? My tweed, my seersuckers, my, sport coats, and, my checkered coat.
That's a sport coat.
Yes, I know.
Well, then just say sport coats.
All right, sport coats then. Now.
How about your dress clothes? Your dress clothes.
Oh, yes. All of them. Tails and, summer jacket and, winter jacket. And
What in the world would you want with your winter jacket?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Well, if I don't ask you, I won't know.
But I have a problem that's on my mind. I'm trying to work out something
Well,
for the
I have a
benefit
problem,
of
too.
humanity.
I don't see any sense in packing your winter jacket when
All
you're not
right.
going in the winter.
All right, now, let's see. My beret, my feather boa.
You're worried for a minute. Your what?
My feather boa.
Ollie, now there's no costume kind of business going on. Just take your things that you're going to need.
You asked me what I wanted to take. I want to take my feather boa.
I just want to know what you want to
I don't care. I don't suppose I can get... That's the way the kind of trip it's going to be. If I can't, you're not even going with me. What do you care what I wear?
I wouldn't go with you under any circumstances in your feather boa.
I
wouldn't
didn't
even
ask you to wear my feather boa. I'm going to wear it.
No, you're not.
Well, I want to take it.
Feather
It helps
boa.
to pack things tightly around the corners.
Oh, that's ridiculous, Ollie. Okay, what next?
Bathing suit.
You take those things for your ears, too. You know you get water in your ears.
Water in my ears. Water in my ears. Maybe that's the answer. Water in my ears.
What?
Never mind, my dear.
I'm writing
Word,
down
please.
water in your ears. That's ridiculous. Earplugs.
My pith helmet. My beret. My garden hat. My yachting cap.
Now, your garden hat, Ollie, you won't need, and something might happen to it, and we could never replace it.
Who knows what I may do in Paris? I may go to a jardin public.
To what?
Jardin public. A public garden.
Policeman. What?
It's a public garden. I may go over to the...
Gendarme is a policeman. I know good and well it is.
No, jardin. Jardin.
Oh, that.
I may go there. I may go to the Tuileries. I may go to the Tuileries and see the Gignol shows.
The what?
The Gignol.
Well, what would you take to wear to that? Your tool chest. I'll put it down. All right.
Let me see. Oh, Fran, my mind is on other things now. I can't work that out, honestly.
Well, I'll get as many of these things together as I can.
All right.
Now, promise me, a little later this evening, we'll get together and figure out.
I will, but first this discovery. Oh, when you hear about it, you'll be so grateful to me. Not this year, but next year. It may even help you this year. If you do any flying or anything. That's all I can tell you. Don't ask me to tell you
But
anymore.
I'll see you later.
Imagine her not knowing what a gignol is. Huh. It's ridiculous. What? What is the gignol? Don't ask me. I won't know one when I see one. I'm going to the laboratory. Don't blow anything up. I won't. Don't worry. Don't worry. Where's your stakes now? Let's see what else I want to check on. Oh, I know. Fran, dear.
Yes.
Have you got our copy of Life magazine there?
Yes.
would you bring it in? Because I want to check with you on a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Did you look at it?
I certainly did.
Isn't it wonderful?
I didn't start in the back this time. You know how I
You
left
started at the front this time?
Well, I didn't start really in the front. I'll tell you exactly where I started. I started...
I bet you started with those beautiful
No.
colored picture stuff.
Well, yes, I did, as a matter of fact. I started with the proud pageant.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Really?
I think that's one of the most wonderful articles I've ever seen in life.
Well, I think so, too. It's very, very interesting.
About the 4th of July by Hamilton Basso.
Yes.
It's a wonderful, wonderful art. And look at those wonderful pictures.
Mm-hmm.
All in color.
And the wonderful letters that John Adams wrote.
Well, I think that many times, I was just thinking, Ollie and I will be out at sea on the 4th of July.
Yes, you will, won't you?
And it'll be the first time in our entire lives that we've been away from the United States on the 4th of July.
Oh, I imagine they'll have some wonderful ceremonies going on.
Well, I hope so, and I was thinking that I wanted to be very, very particular about taking this issue of Life with me, and I want to also be sure that it goes into our files here, because with that wonderful story about the 4th, when I read it, it kind of made the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
It really did?
Well, I think that many times we kind of think of the 4th of July as just maybe a day to celebrate picnics and go for a ride in the country, go to the ball game or something, which is all fine and everything. But I think we kind of forget sometimes.
Well, it's all part of it. It's
what
it's
it
what the
means.
4th of July really means. It makes it possible for us to do all those fun
That's
things.
True. That's true. And this article has such a wonderful insight into the 4th of July.
It's a wonderful story. Fletcher's already filed it.
Has he already?
Mhm.
Well, it'll be a wonderful one for Dolores to read, And then, I love the one, comes right after that, I
The
think.
Capitol.
About the Capitol, about the Capitol at Washington and how it was built. Did you know that the way it was designed and the way the Capitol, that the Capitol building was, there was a competition.
Yes.
And the architects submitted designs, and this fellow that designed it was not a professional architect.
No, he was not. I noticed it among the sketches here.
And then
He was an amateur
An
architect.
amateur architect. And I think
Mhm.
that's so wonderful. And I have to learn to pronounce that man's name who designed Washington, laid it out, and did a pretty wonderful job, didn't he?
Yes.
Pierre L'Enfant. I think that's right.
Well, it sounds very nice.
Hope I can get along in Paris.
Oh, you do beautifully.
Look at those beautiful pictures.
Aren't they
So
wonderful?
wonderful. Shows the old house where the House of Representatives used to be, and it shows the additions and how
And the beautiful dome, isn't it
it's a
wonderful?
wonderful dome. It really is. Look at that. Ooh, beautiful color.
Great.
Well, I want to be sure that Ollie has that in his trunk, and I want to be sure that I have my issue of Life in the trunk.
Shall I pack them for you?
I wish you would. And you be sure you take one along with you on your trip.
Well, I have mine already.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Fran.
I think I have it. Fran,
Yes.
here. Will you take this, that's the almanac. Now, I want you to compute some things in there. That's about the the different phases of the moon for July. And I want you to compute those for me, put them down, get them outline the whole thing. Right there.
I don't know if I can do it or not.
Well, do your best. I think I have it.
I don't know what I'm computing.
Just put down about the moon.
Okay.
Hello, Fletcher. Hello there. Gracious sakes, what do you got in that big file? Oh, those are the psychoanalytical reports on the guppies. I'm giving them to Gom Gom for the summer. Oh, grand. Psychoanalytical reports on guppies. Sonny tough. Ollie, what are you doing with the telescope? Oh, leave that there now. Now, that's for my great report. Now, let me see. I think we're about ready to let me see.
Fran!
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm just finding out that Venus sets at 10:03 and Taurus rises at 1/3 of the morning.
Oh! Well, I suppose they have to work in shifts like that. Ollie, what in the world? Fran, did you put this on my list? Now, this was in my trunk.
That's the diving helmet. Leave it.
For what?
For my invention.
Ollie, I don't...
Shh. Please. You may ruin a great idea. Francis,
Yes?
would you like to come in for this demonstration?
Well, yeah. Are you ready?
Just about.
Well, call me when you're ready.
I'm just about ready. Now get the metronome.
Okay. What's this for?
Just a moment. Put that there. All right, put on the diving helmet. This is just a demonstration.
Okay. This is my diving helmet.
We'll get into it. Now, let me see if there's... Oh! Cecil Bill, let down the weight. There, that's fine, that's fine. What's this for? Never mind now. Francis,
Yes?
you may come in now. We are about ready to give the demonstration.
What
are you doing in that,
It's part of the demonstration.
All right now. Friends, respected colleagues, members of the press, and interested spectators. Today, I have the pleasure of bringing to you what may be a most dramatic discovery in the history of science, which may be a great boon and benefit to all mankind.
Go on.
Oh. Many of us during the years, practically everyone at some time perhaps has suffered from seasickness of some form or another.
Not me.
Not me. I never. Shh.
You've never been on the sea.
I've ridden on the, even
I
on the
took
Luna
a ferry
plane.
boat across the Nantucket.
That's not the same.
Remember when we went on the, what is it, on the big thing that goes down, the
The chute.
Well, but bigger than that.
Where? On the slide?
At the park, when we were in the park.
That's the chute.
It's
Wasn't it?
bigger than shoot the shoot.
Bigger than the chute.
There's nothing bigger than the chute. Oh, really? Now. So, now you may be going on a plane sometime, Fran. You'll want this cure. This is very good.
I've been in a plane, never bothers me.
Never
at all.
bothers me.
Please.
As long as I don't sit beside
But it
somebody,
bothers some people.
What?
It bothers some people,
Oh,
though.
no.
All right. Well, you may have a great hand in working this out now. Now, when I first thought this problem over, I thought, gracious sakes, the thing to do was to smooth the seas. So I thought when Kukla and I go on our trip, I'll take along a can of kerosene. And when things get rough, I'll spread it on the waters. However, that seemed hardly practical. Because it seemed practical. That it would seem like a great deal of trouble to carry along this can of kerosene, besides which they might not allow it, or like it. And it might destroy some fish, and Fletcher would never forgive me if it did anything like that. So, the next thought was, what causes it? Seasickness, that is. So I found out it was caused by something in the inner ear. Well, I thought of reversing ears. You know?
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, I thought of having the inner ear, go out for the voyage, and the outer ear go in, and perhaps that would, cure the whole thing.
Oh, I think that's it right there.
That's it.
Well, no, it's not practical.
How come?
Well, it just isn't, somehow. So then I thought, I computed this whole thing came to me. If we could compute carefully the ratio of the pitch of the waves to the tonnage of the ship, and the winds, and the tides, and so forth, then all a person had to do was to get into the rhythm of the pitch, and then he would automatically compensate for the pitch of the ship. So, that is why I have asked you to make these figures on the lunar eclipses and the different phases of the moon. And now here is my plan. Each morning when we get up, you will have been up 2 hours ahead of me, because that's part of my plan.
Me?
This is for your own good.
Okay.
You go over the side of the ship and take soundings.
What?
Take soundings, yes, in this diving helmet. I have it all arranged. Then you naturally write them out in French, because this is a French boat. Then, after that, we must compute the tides and the moon, and we also compute the depths and whether we're in the Gulf Stream or not. We get the wind from the fellow on the in the cabin there, the fellow that works on the weather, whoever he is, We get the wind velocities, we get the tonnage of the boat, how fast it's going, and in which direction. Got that?
Yes.
Then we have breakfast. No, we don't have breakfast. Then we drop a plumb line from the plum. Get our metronome going. Get the pitch of the sway and go opposite to it. All day long.
All
It
day?
changes every day. But you go like this. Now look, I'm not a bit seasick.
I'm not either. Kukla looks
Pardon me.
a little... What color did you say your father was that time, Ollie?
Chartreuse.
Did he have stripes?
I don't remember. Fran!
You'll excuse me while I...
Isn't this a great idea? Whoop. Pardon me.
Ollie, you're bright green all over.
I know it!
Fran!
Yes?
Ollie's bright green all over with polka dots.
Oh,
Stop moving. Oh. Whew. Whew. Thank goodness.
Well, I hope you'll have a lovely time.
Sure we will, Fran.
I'm sure you will, too.
Cecil, Bill, are you around anywhere? Will you raise that?
The Union Forever seems to have disappeared.
I'm sorry, Cecil, Bill. I'm awfully sorry. Ollie! Where is he?
I don't know.
Ollie!
He's on the brink of another discovery, I think.
I'm afraid so. Ooh, I thought I was a goner for me.
What's happened? What's happened?
I don't know.
All my guppies are feeling terrible.
Are they
Yes,
really?
their gills are bright green.
Oh, goodness.
Whatever are we going to do? Oh, gracious sake. Where's that card index on their psychological reports? Oh,
I
gracious
haven't
sake.
even seen it, Fletcher. I'm sorry.
Affected everyone, I guess.
Who else? The tide, I think, and the moons, and the, what is it, the plum,
The plum. I was kind of hoping that...
depth charges.
Yeah. I think the best thing for us to do is just... Ollie,
Hmm?
I think the thing for us to do is just get on the boat, get our deck chairs, relax, get our copies of Life magazine, and just kind of take it easy. I don't think anything will happen then. I think we'll be very calm.
I'm looking forward to having life wherever I go this summer, you know?
Certain?
Because it'll be kind of a wonderful, wonderful thing to always have to read and look at, don't you think? Guess I'll forget my experiments for now. That all right with you?
It's very all right with me.
With me, too, Ollie. Let's get packed.
All right. But remember, every week you see the world.
In life.
175 years old next Wednesday. That's what Independence Day means to every American this year. And to help you celebrate our national birthday, here is Life's 4th of July issue. A salute to independence that includes 20th century battlefields, the Capitol in color, the U.S. past in paintings. The musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Beulah Zachary, the director Louis Gomovitz, and the costume designer is Joseph Lockwood.
This is Bert Tillstrom thanking you on behalf of Beulah Witch. And what'd you say, Beulah? I'm what? I am.
When you see this Medal of Honor soldier on your newsstand, stop and buy your copy of the new Life. Life has brought you Kukla, Fran, and Ollie from Chicago.
NBC Television.